What's good, sports gamers? Basketball, and specifically for the video 2K, is about good habits continuously showing up each possession and avoiding the bad ones that can suddenly have you down 20 in a second. So with this video, I'm going to go over some tips you need to know to help get you off on the right foot in NBA 2K26. I'm Chris, Sports Gamers Online, and alright, let's get it. When dribbling, defenders want to push you into the help, and you don't want to assist them in doing that. So if you notice you're heading straight for a teammate and his defender, pass the ball or change the direction of your attack. What you initially plan to do is no longer an option. When you're under the hoop and the defender is well positioned in front of you, you're in a trap. Don't go back up for the shot immediately. Your best bet is to pump fake once, and if they jump, good. If not, pass it back, as you're highly likely to miss here. Coming up the court, you may be focused on your teammates and maybe even how the defense is positioned down the court, but you may already be in trouble and not realize it. Always be aware of any user defender, as they're your most dangerous obstacle coming up the court, because they can run up on you and steal the ball, or get a charge when you're not even looking at them. Stay aware of their positioning by their indicator lighting up underneath their player while you scan down the court. Never come up the court blind. The most important thing on the court is the ball, and you have it. During dead balls and free throw attempts, here is when you're able to change your coaching on the fly settings by hitting right on your D-pad. When your opponent grabs a rebound, don't try and get your get back immediately by going for a steal. You will get called for a foul and maybe put them on the line. In your controller settings from the main menu, the first few options you will see are shot and layup timing. In 2K26, you have two ways to shoot and lay the ball up: timing it yourself or turning these off and leaving it up to the player's ratings and where the defenders are solely. For this video, I'm going to be talking about everything as if you have this on. Now, when you shoot or lay it up, you will have a meter to deal with, and you must let go of the button or stick right when it reaches the green. This is your green window to guarantee you make the shot you attempt. Now, the speed at which the meter fills can be altered, and I'll go over that tip shortly. You can change the interface of the shot and layup meter or color of the filling bar, although it won't have any effect on anything except visually, but hey, that may help you as well. Now, I just went over layup timing, and another tip to remember is the speed of the meter is determined by the animation your player will perform. So focus on how your player is laying the ball up to get down the speed you need to successfully hit the shot. To throw an alley-oop, you want to double tap triangle on PlayStation or Y on Xbox. And a meter will pop up which you want to stop within the green zone to successfully complete the play. You don't have to be precise with your landing spot, just get it in there. And new this year, the button you have to hit to lock in the meter will change possession to possession. So you're going to want to look towards the rim before you even throw the oop to get your mind ready for whatever button pops up. The pick and roll should be your bread and butter, as it opens up so much for you on offense, and there are two ways to call it. You can hold LB or L1 on your controller, and whoever is the closest to you between your power forward and center will come over and set a screen. Or you can tap LB or L1 and then hit the icon of the player you want to come over. So the second method is 2 button presses, but you get to select who you want to screen for you. While just holding LB or L1 benefits you much more if your power forward or center is already right next to you. Or you can hold it throughout so you can manipulate the screen as late as possible before the defender makes contact with your player. As long as this interface is up, by you continuing to hold LB or L1, you can switch the side of the screen it's set up on, which is displayed by the top option, and clicking in the left stick. And whichever side has the up and down line is the side relative to you where they will set up. So if the up and down line is on the right, they will set up to your right, and vice versa. And a second level, by clicking RB or R1 on your controller, tells the screener whether to roll to the hoop, or if they can shoot, fade out after setting a screen. And this is a global setting, but you can press L1 or LB again no matter if you're still holding it or not before they make contact with the defender, and they will leave early to fade or roll to the hoop. You want to usually use this if the screen guy's defender immediately goes after the ball handler. Doing this sends them to roll to the hoop immediately without making contact with anybody. Besides finding good shots consistently, passing is where players trip themselves up a lot. Every time you pass the ball, you can throw a turnover, so respect that threat. Or a user waiting in the passing lane. Moving targets, you can wait a half second later for an open window. And in the half court, you have options like what I just went over, telling your receiver to cut to the basket by holding Y or triangle or going elsewhere with the pass. Now here's something crucial most people overlook. Go into your controller settings immediately and disable passive dribble hand switches. This can cause you to move and or change angles while standing still and mess up your positioning without realizing it. Now when your opponent always assumes you're going to go straight up for a shot when you drive into the lane, because that's how they time their blocks, keep this in mind and take advantage of it, as it can open up even better shots for you because you were patient enough to wait a second. Without getting deep into your playbook by hitting LB or L1 and then the icon of the player you want to target, you can get into some basic quick actions with them, like running a floppy action, which has your player start under the basket and run towards the wing of either side of the court with a screen by somebody else attached, so he hopefully can come open. You can also have them post up down low if they're a big man, cut to the basket, or receive an off-ball screen going towards the corner or wing. This one is a bit different than a floppy screen because of the starting location. These are all helpful to target specific users or computer defenders to get your best player open. Next, one of the best mechanics in the game is the cut to the basket feature. You want to hold triangle or Y to pull it off, but first you need to enable this in your settings by changing the hold the lob pass button, which is triangle or Y from skip pass to cut to the basket. This takes advantage of aggressive defenders trying to steal your pass. On fast breaks, you can throw the ball ahead and gain a speed boost by holding RT or R2 and flicking the right stick up. Just make sure no defenders are in your immediate area or the ball will deflect off of them. You want to time this so when you throw the ball ahead, it helps you get in front of the defender for good. In 2K26, you have to green your shot to make it successfully, and you can set what you want your player's ideal release point and their jump shot for greens to be in 2K26. 2K categorized jump shots into 4 timing windows: as you jump, at the peak of your jump, when the ball moves forward, or right before you release it, which are basically releasing early all the way to releasing late. This helps you ignore the shot meter and be more in tune with the speed you're comfortable with to green your shot. And more importantly, play with the shot meter off, which you will receive a shooting boost for doing so. Speaking of perimeter shooting, while the ball is in the air, scan for the nearest defenders who look like they may be trouble. Don't fully lock into your shot just yet, but assess how close they are and if they're about to jump, as it may open up a better shot for you. If you're at the top, if the defender is between the free throw line and 3-point line, you may need to double check. And from the corners, if they're above the low block. To hang on the rim after a dunk, continue to hold RT or R2 after dunking. This works for whatever dunk you choose besides the normal dunk. And you can swing your player with the left and right sticks here as well. When you need to defend a fast break after missing a shot, hitting RB, R1 followed by LB and L1, this switches you to the defender closest to the opposite hoop, letting you play defense as fast as possible by guarding the rim. When you get a rebound, hitting R1 and then L1 or RB and then LB makes you pass to the guy closest to your rim, so you're instantly throwing it to the guy furthest down the court. This can position yourself for easier finishes at the rim by beating the rush. Now to stack on top of this tip, you can also speed up your jump shot by holding LT or L2 while you're receiving the ball. This allows you to perform a jumper without dipping before rising up, but you will have to release the ball faster and time it quicker as well as a result. If Kevin Durant is your favorite player, by holding the right stick up from a standing still position, it lets you activate your player's signature go-to shot. So you activate that player's dribble combo that they use to transition into a jumper. So if you really like Tyrese Maxey and want to score like him, this is one of the moves for you. Don't waste second chances. When you miss a shot, hitting square or X will have your player attempt to put the rebound back up to score. So be ready to hit the button as soon as the ball hits off the rim. Here's a defensive strategy that can save you 2 points. Hold square or X to intentionally foul the player to stop the play. Don't ignore your team's playbook. Hitting LB or L1 and selecting the player's icon, you're able to see the available plays you can run with him from your team's playbook. You can set up your favorite plays from this in the game plan section under offensive settings. Then call them in game by pressing left on the D-pad and using the triggers to cycle through your options. Next, let's get into your driving game. Quick scoop layups lets you get the ball up quick when you're in the paint to avoid shot blockers. Just make sure the hand you choose to use has a free lane to do so. So alright sports gamers, I hope this video was able to help you out, and if you like the content we provide, make sure to subscribe to Sports Gamers Online for more NBA 2K26 content. And once you're with us, hit that bell icon at the bottom so you don't miss anything we put out. Alright people, I'm Chris, thank you all for watching, and be good y'all.